I'm Monica Mangan, and I believe that with enough creativity, your home can become exactly what you need it to be. Life is ever-changing, and sometimes our homes need to change along with it. Simple projects and a little ingenuity can have a big impact. Let's see what our homes can become. I feel like we could all use a little more peace and quiet in our lives these days. So this week, I'm transforming a corner of my home into a place to get away for some quiet time while still at home. Think of it like a cozy book nook, a relaxation station, a place where you can get just a moment of peace and quiet to yourself. Sounds kind of dreamy, right? Well, let's make it happen. My first project is to tackle these walls. It's definitely an optional step, but for me, I kind of want to visually set apart my new cozy nook from the rest of the room. So the walls behind me are gonna get some awesome peel and stick wallpaper, and the wall to my left is gonna get a fresh coat of paint. I'm gonna start off with the wallpaper wall. I picked up some awesome buffalo check peel and stick wallpaper. It's from my boys, Drew and Jonathan. I think I would make a nice third wheel, right? Hi friends. Maybe not, but I'm gonna use their wallpaper on this wall. I love peel and stick wallpaper. I think it's such a great alternative to traditional wallpaper. I think it's so much easier to install. It's definitely easier to remove. It's basically like contact paper. So we're gonna peel and we're gonna stick and we're gonna peel and we're gonna stick. Now, once I know that my lines are level, what I'm gonna do is just slowly work my way down the strip and pushing any air bubbles and any air out to the sides. Now, once I get near the bottom, I want it to go onto my baseboard. So I'm gonna cut right about this line. It'll give me a little bit of excess, but then I will be able to go back and trim with the razor. First piece is up and I am already obsessed with it. I cannot wait to see this entire wall. Bunch more strips to do, but they'll be the exact same process. One of my favorite personal color obsessions is dark green that almost looks black. Almost looks like I'm painting the wall the same color, but I promise I'm not. I have some really fun accent pillows and blankets that I'm planning to bring in kind of on the sitting area. It'll work really nicely with a little bit of a green vibe going on in here. Any good nook needs super comfy seating so that you can curl up with a good book or even take a nap. Both of those things sound fantastic right now. I'm using crates, a couple 2x4s, and an old twin mattress that we had to create kind of like a daybed. What I have here is just a big 2x4 rectangle. I measured ahead. This is gonna fit perfectly underneath the twin mattress. And now what I need to do is add some legs. I want it to look like my daybed is sitting on these wooden crates. I really like the way they look, but they're not strong enough to actually support the weight of an adult and the mattress. So I needed to cut my legs to the same height as the crates. That will hold all the weight, and then these will tuck underneath, looking like it's doing all the work. I'm also adding a couple 2x4s and a leg right in the center so that it is well supported. All right, so I have a nice sturdy base, and now the last thing I need to do is I'm gonna take 1x3s and put them across as slats. Now, you'll notice I left it very long on the front. That's because that's gonna be resting on the crate. You know me and my cheater blocks. I like my spacing to be even. Guys, I firmly believe that if I can do this, you can do this. How many of you noticed in episode 1 that I said geography instead of geometry? That's kind of like a jumbo compass, if you will. I think it's called a compass, right? Yeah. Sorry, geography teacher, if it's not a compass. That was hysterical to me because my mom is a math teacher. She literally is a geography teacher. Did I just say my mom's a geography teacher again? I literally have a mental block. My mom was a math teacher. Math is oh my gosh. I'm kind of an idiot. I promise I'm not. Like, I pride myself on being fairly intelligent, but I just nailed my cheater board in. DIY is all about learning and trying, and you're gonna make mistakes. I make plenty of them. have my frame. What I'm gonna do is get these all set. I'm just gonna use a couple tiny little pin nails to hold them into place. I am using a very old mattress that my kids outgrew. Lowe's actually sells a lot of mattresses in store and online too if you need one. They sell those ones that come in a box and then you open it and they magically fill out. I actually love them, they're very awesome. I want to add some shelves to our painted wall, and I kind of want to give them a built-in vibe, but build them super simply. So I'm using 1x10 pine boards and wooden brackets. The reason that I'm using wooden brackets and pine boards is because I'm going to paint them the exact same paint, same finish as I used for the wall. So when I hang them up, it's kind of going to all look like one and have that built-in vibe that I'm going for. I've marked out my studs here, but what I'm gonna work on right now is marking out my actual height for my brackets. I'm gonna use my 4-foot level to mark the other side. Now all it's gonna take is a couple screws. Boom! Perfectly level. It pays off to take the time to find your studs and mark them. Take the time to mark both sides left and right. I eyeball a lot of things. I do not eyeball hanging shelves. I have a couple more shelves to install, but honestly, I'm just so excited about this next project. I think you guys are gonna love it. And by that, I mean some of you prepare to lose your minds. I love books and I love reading. I have about 1 million old books lying around the house. And some of you might not know this, but I was actually an English major. And back in the day, I used to be a high school English teacher before doing a complete career 180 into DIY and TV. So for this project, we are gonna bring both of my loves together, DIY and my love for books. We are going to spray paint the pages of the books to create kind of a rainbow look. Now, don't at me on this yet, okay? These books will still be functional. You can still read them. I'm no stranger to YouTube, so I know that a lot of you are gonna have some beef with this. You should donate those books. Well, there's some special ones that I really enjoyed and I want to keep, so I'm going to put those ones here. I do donate a lot of books. I think that's a great thing to do and recommend you doing it. And friends, remember, I have a degree in this, so this idea might be a little out of the box. You might be raging a little bit, but I'm perfectly qualified for it. I'm gonna share one of my favorite hacks with you. Now, I wanted to add some pretty sconces to this area. You might remember these from my home gym episode. I took these down in my basement and thought they'd look great here, but I didn't want to get into a huge electrical project. I didn't have any electrical in this wall already. Enter in a tap light. So what I'm gonna do is just take one of these and attach it up and underneath the light. Most of these come with some double-sided adhesive. I like to actually add a little bit extra just because it is gonna be, hanging above your head. It absolutely works in this area. It's gonna highlight the wallpaper just a bit. You'll thank me later for this idea. Guys, I am obsessed with this makeover. I loved every second of the process and it just has all the right things. It has ultra coziness, so much fun color, which you know is my jam, and I am looking forward to spending some serious quality time here. I hope that this project inspired you to think of how maybe you can create an area just to get away in your own home. Get really creative and challenge yourself to think about what your home can become. I'm still reading all of your comments, so let me know what you think of this makeover and keep telling me what kind of projects you need help with. I have loved reading all of your comments. You guys are so kind. I am so happy to be back on this channel creating and making over spaces, and I can't wait to show you what else we have. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a single episode. Thanks, friends.